Hello everyone, this is our first video lesson and the introduction lesson. Now we have 6, 7 or 8 weeks in this term. So also we have Unit 7, Unit 8 and Unit 9 to be studied. So now I would like to explain you shortly how we are going to continue. So as you know, the grammar and vocabulary from the units will be explained in the video lessons. In addition to this grammar and vocabulary, which is the main in our program, you will be given the books from RAS Kids to read. You will be assigned each. I'll send your login and password details again one more time. And also the listenings and readings, guys, will be given with some tasks to do separately from this tasks. Okay, continue from the presentation.
Now, as its first subunit of Unit 7, 7A is about talking about the arts. And in this unit, in Unit 7, we will be learning words and phrases about art forms, artists, and artistic cultural activities, as well as musical genres. Now, as an introduction, I would like to ask you this question. Are you a highbrow or a lowbrow? Yes. When someone says a highbrow or a lowbrow, you probably might think about this as high and lowbrow. In fact, this is nothing to do with physical appearance and the part of our face. This is about the quality of a person. Highbrow and lowbrow are the adjectives and nouns. Okay, we say highbrows and lowbrows. To be very honest, I couldn't find a suitable picture for a lowbrow, but I will now try to explain it with their definitions. A highbrow is a person having or affecting highly cultivated and intellectual tastes. This is a person who usually goes to opera and classical exhibitions, cultural exhibitions, and reads the classical literature. And lowbrow is a person having no connection with these things. No connection with or interest in serious artistic or cultural ideas. Lowbrow person is a person who never goes to theaters or an opera or a ballet or anything like this. Okay, so highbrow, opera, classic literature, talks and dress very intellectually, and lowbrow is a very simple person who has a very simple lifestyle. Now, again, the question is, do you consider yourself a highbrow or a lowbrow? We'll discuss and continue talking about this during the video call. Now let's continue. Let's continue with the vocabulary of art forms. Here is a list of art forms starting from the ballet and ending with sitcom. Ballet, cartoon, classical music, dance, drawing, mime, musical, novel, opera, painting, play, poem, pop music, sculpture, and sitcom are all art forms. Now, I'm quite sure that you guys all know and all are familiar with these words, but just let's review them one more time. To do this, we have pictures to match with these art forms in your book, page 74, and now here they are. Picture A. What is this? Yes, this is a ballet. Ballet. Picture B. What is it? Yes, it is a cartoon. What is it? This is a play. Play means something, the performance shown or played in a theater. Play. What is it? Yes, if you see people dancing and singing in a movie, this is a musical genre. What is it? This is a very popular sitcom called Friends. What is it? This is drawing. Okay, we have last two, G and H. Here we of course can see the dance, and this one is a lady singing in the opera. Okay, now, which art form needs the most skill? In my case, I would think this is a ballet, because in a ballet, in order to be able to dance in a big stage, you need to go and practice from very young ages. Now, second question is,
which art form needs the least skill. Now, in order to give reasons, you can use these phrases. You have to, as I already gave as an example with ballet, you have to be able to move very flexible in order to perform ballet. Or it is very difficult to play or perform ballet because you need to go and practice and learn it from very young ages. It isn't that difficult to dance compared to ballet, okay? It is relatively easy to dance rather than ballet, okay? Relatively means сравнительно, comparatively. It doesn't take much time to do drawing rather than doing the sculpture. It takes a lot of practice to do the sculpture because craving and doing sculpture needs you to give a huge attention to the details. Now, in your opinion, which art form needs the most skill and which art form needs the least skill? Give your answers and take notes. We will continue talking about these things during the video call. Now, here is a task for you guys. We have here four columns where you need to write these words matching with each of them. For example, ballet is a performing art. Performing art and visual art, the main difference is that performing art is where the artists perform using their voice, body, and other physical activities, and visual art is done by a person and by the artist and displayed so others could see it. Okay? When you finish this, send me the picture of your notebook, or you can screenshot this and write here. Now have a look at these words. What do they have in common? Playwright, poet, novelist, painter, sculptor, singer, director, composer, actor, dancer, choreographer, opera singer. Yes, these all are the types of the artists. Okay? Anyone whose job is related to art is an artist. So, to make it easier to remember, let's look at this. A person who writes plays. Play is something which is performed in the theater. Person who writes plays is, yes, the answer is correct, playwright. The next question, J.K. Rowling, who is it? Yes, if you already know this person, she is a novelist, okay? And she's an author of a very popular, famous book, Harry Potter. Now, who is it? This, if you know him, is a very famous person whose name is Tim Burton. Yes, maybe you've already heard about this name, but didn't see him. And this is a very famous director. Yes, who is known for his jobs like Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, etc. Mostly with his movies where the actors like Johnny Depp and Helen Boehm appears in. And next one is, who is it? Of course, the lady on the left is Adele, and you know this. And the man on the right is Luciano Pavarotti. Maybe some of you might not be familiar with this person, but they both are the singers. The difference is that Adele is a pop singer and Luciano Pavarotti is an opera singer. Now, here are some artistic activities. We again came to the vocabulary. Now, this is a list of verbs mainly, such as act, appear in, carve, compose, conduct, create, dance, direct, draw, paint, perform, play, sing, and write. Now, we had in a previous last slide, we had singers who sing. Same like this, we have some popular and famous people here and their art, their piece of art, their works. Now let's try to fill one of them in this gap. Jane Austen is a popular novelist who is known for the books like Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility. So Jane Austen, we write here, wrote Pride and Prejudice. Vincent van Gogh is a famous painter. And here we say Vincent van Gogh painted The Starry Night. Adele, we can say composed or sang or wrote Someone Like You. Vivaldi composed The Four Seasons. Jennifer Aniston is an actress who appears in Friends. Luciano Pavarotti sang Nessun Dorma. Now, let's check. Okay. As a homework, guys, I would like you to fill in this art quiz, and we, in a following video call, will be doing it all together. So, in order to learn this, carve is something related to sculpture, carving, working with the details. Okay. Conduct, проводить, perform, исполнять. All the other verbs, I think, are quite familiar to you. Now, a very small grammar revision here for you guys related with articles. We all know, guys, that articles, we use articles A and N when we mention something for the first time, and the definite when we mention it again. There's a girl standing on a bus station, in a bus station. The girl was wearing a coat, for example. We use A or N to mean per, or in each. For example, once a day, once per day, один раз в день, or once in a lifetime, once in a lifetime. So we use the when it is clear what we are talking about, and second, with superlatives. For example, when it is clear what we are talking about, we know what we're talking about, and with superlatives, the least, the most, in certain phrases like go to the cinema, etc. We do not use an article. We don't use any article when we make generalizations. For example, cats are very quick. In certain phrases after prepositions like at home, by bus, or at university. Now let's look at these exercises to see where we put which article. I'm not a big fan of modern art. So here, guys, we use no article because modern art here means generalization. So we make generalization. Here, I'm not a big fan of modern art. The person who says this does not mean a certain type of art. They just mean general, modern art. I didn't really understand what the artist was trying to say. So the person says that one certain artist was trying to say something. So here he's talking about one certain person. And speaker 2, it was the first time I'd been to a festival. The first time. So when it is clear what we are talking about, we use the. Field we were camping in. Okay, the field we were camping in. Again, the same situation. It is clear what we're talking about. The field we were camping in turned into a sea of mud. Turned into a sea of mud. We use a because we are mentioning it for the first time. 5. Last month I went to the theater with my family. Here we use the because the theater or the cinema is a certain phrase. I'd already sent it a couple of times on DVD. DVD here means making generalization, and we already seen it a couple of times. A couple of times is used with a. Okay. 7. I hardly ever watch or listen to musicals. Generalization. No article. Maybe about once. What we use here? A year. So we use a as per or in each. So here we will use a year if that. I booked really good seats right at the front. We use it because we know what we are talking about. It was an amazing experience. So here we have the keys where you can have a look and try to remember and memorize them. Okay. Now, this is almost the end of the lesson, and here is a homework for you guys on page 75, exercise 9. You need to prepare from 1 to 2 minutes speech telling about the last time you did any of the cultural activities given in the exercise. So maybe you went to a rock concert, maybe you visited an art gallery, maybe you read a novel, and so on. So you need to say when was it, where was it, who did you go with, and did you enjoy it, why or why not. Okay, remember guys, this is just the last time. This is not a recent activity. This is just the last time you did any of this. Okay, see you in a video call. Stay safe everyone.